Pastor Warnock, the Reverend Bernice King, the Honorable Christine King Farris, other members of the King family, honored guests, dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, I bring you greetings from the United States Congress and also from Georgia's 4th Congressional District, home to DeKalb County, Rockdale, Gwinnett, and Newton counties, and a small but nonetheless internationally known city immortalized in Dr. King's legendary I Have a Dream speech of Stone Mountain, Georgia. More than a half a century ago, a young preacher called the generation to action and forever changed the course of history. The Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. devoted his life to justice and equality, sowing the seeds of hope for a day when all people might claim, in the words of Dr. King, quote, the riches of freedom and the security of justice. Dr. King led us toward a mountaintop on which all Americans, regardless of skin color, could live together in mutual respect and harmony. His fearless leadership and his prophetic eloquence united people of all backgrounds in a noble quest for freedom and basic human rights for all. Inspired by Dr. King's legacy, unflinching souls have marched endlessly, organized relentlessly, and devoted their lives to the never-ending task of perfecting our union. Their bravery and dedication have carried us closer to the promised land, but their achievements are mere milestones on the long road to full opportunity and equal rights. We must never forget the road is still being traveled, and we too, each of us, have our own milestones to achieve. Today, we who are the beneficiaries of Dr. King's legacy must face our own challenges with the same strength, persistence, and resolve embodied by the great movement leaders, Dr. King, Coretta Scott King, Zernona Clayton, the Reverend Ralph David Abernathy, Juanita Jones Abernathy, the Reverend Andrew Young, the Reverend C.T. Vivian, Dr. Joseph Lowry, my friend and colleague, Congressman John Lewis, and others too numerous to mention. Our current challenge in America is to expand access to opportunity and to tear down structural inequalities. Only then can we truly have equal access and equal opportunity in employment and in economic mobility. All of us should live up to the example set by Dr. King and those courageous men and women who, throughout history, have given their lives to ensure human rights and economic opportunity for every American, as is expressed in the spirit of the Declaration of Independence, the promise of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness for all. During his lifetime, Dr. King was committed to serving others, reminding us that, quote, human progress is neither automatic nor inevitable, end quote. Every step toward the goal of justice requires sacrifice, suffering, and struggle. The annual commemoration of Dr. King's life through a national holiday is not only a tribute to his legacy, but also a reminder that every day each of us can play a part in continuing his noble work. For this reason, we honor Dr. King's contributions with a National Day of Service. It is truly a day on, not a day off. Every year, the King Commemoration encourages all Americans to learn more about service opportunities in our communities. By dedicating ourselves to service, we move our nation closer to Dr. King's vision of all Americans living and working together as one beloved community. Today, we are gathered with grateful hearts for the life and legacy of Dr. King and for the renewal of our commitment to see his dream fulfilled. Thank you.